studies, we've been learning about different explorers. So someone tell me one of them that we've learned about already. Kella. Leif Erikson. And then who else have we learned about? Kayla. Christopher Columbus. So today we're going to move on to another one. And we're going to learn about Henry Hudson. So Henry Hudson's kind of a fun one. Something happens with him that's kind of funny and it'll kind of surprise you. Eli already knows. We talked about it the other day. But it's kind of a funny thing. So we're going to, this is one of your Studies Weekly articles. We're just going to listen to this little snippet here that's about Henry Hudson to kind of give us an overview. And then we're going to go into the rest of him. So if you want to just listen.
Henry Hudson, 1565 to 1611. Hudson also wanted to find a shortcut to Asia. He thought there might be a northwest passage that cut across North America. He was wrong. Hudson spent several years exploring eastern Canada and the Arctic, but he never found a shortcut. However, he did discover several important bodies of water that now share his name: the Hudson River, the Hudson Strait, and Hudson Bay. Henry Hudson also sailed around what is now New York City. He and his crew often sailed through treacherous passages like the rough Hudson Strait. They also camped through the winter on the shores of Hudson Bay. The crew was tired of looking for the Northwest Passage, and they were short on food. Hudson didn't want to give up, though. The crew was very angry, so they decided to mutiny, rebel against the captain of a ship. They put Hudson, his son, and 7 other crew members in a small boat in the middle of the gigantic Hudson Bay. The rebels sailed away and left Hudson and the others stranded. They were never seen again.
So, Henry Hudson went on several voyages. Different people funded them. So we are going to learn about Henry Hudson, and this is kind of the fun thing. They left him in a boat, and they kind of just left him in the middle of the ocean, and we're like, peace out, we're going back to where we came from. So that's kind of the funny thing, because like they just left him there. They put him in a boat. He was the captain of the ship. That's like if you guys, like say like we had a, say it's like me the teacher, I'm like in charge. We went somewhere and you guys all just like left me there stranded and then like left and came back to school. Like you guys all got on the bus and were like, hey, let's go back. Let's leave her there. So I like get stranded at like Hartford or whatever, you know. So that's kind of why it's funny, because he's like their leader. Hey, 5th grade, back on task. He's like their leader and they left him there. So will you hit the lights for me, Caleb? Yeah. Okay. Let's not. It would be funny. So today we have a passage here about Henry Hudson. It's going to tell us a little more in detail about his voyages, where he did, what he found. So you have highlighters, because as we're reading, I'm going to read like a paragraph at a time. And as you're reading, I want you to highlight like maybe words you don't know. So if you don't know what a word means, highlight that. Or if you think like a date is important, so if you think it tells you like what day you went on a voyage, or like when you came home, or if there's something like maybe what he finds, you can highlight that where we're reading. And you can do that as we're going along, and about every paragraph or so, I'll stop and have some of you maybe share out what you thought was important, because maybe somebody else thinks it's important too. So all you need is your highlighter and your Henry Hudson passage. And I'm going to read. No, I'm just going to read today. Thank you, though, Eli. Okay, so Henry Hudson, like most explorers of his time, was in search for a quick route to Asia. He desired the riches and spices to be found in India. So in that paragraph, what's something that you might have highlighted? Like, what's he looking for, Riley? What's he looking for? What does he want? Yeah, he's looking for a quick route to Asia. So as we're reading along, that's something I might highlight, because that's what he's looking for. That's something he wants. What else is he looking for, Lily?
He desired the riches and spices.
Good. So he wants the riches. What are riches? What's one of those riches he's probably looking for, James?
Gold.
He's probably looking for gold. And spices. What are spices?
Like,
what's a spice, Eli?
it's kind of like, well, like what you like seasoning.
Seasoning. So it's like, so India had like different spices or seasoning. It's something they want that's different, okay? So in that paragraph, you don't have to highlight everything we say, but there are some questions later about this reading that if you highlight some things as you go, it might help you later on. So, second paragraph, Hudson was born in England to a wealthy family. His grandfather founded a trading company called Muscovy Company. He grew up during the age of exploration when most of America was still uncharted territory. In 1607, Henry Hudson set sail on his first expedition. His crew at the time included his 15-year-old son, John Hudson. His crew sailed up the coast of Greenland until they ran into ice. He searched and searched for a passage to the ice, but had to turn back. So in those two, what's something you might have highlighted? Maddie, what's something you did?
He was born in England.
Very good. Good. He was born in England. Ava, what did you highlight?
He was included at 15 years old.
Okay, is he included or who is the 15-year-old? It's important, but who's the 15-year-old?
His son.
Yeah, so the 15-year-old is his son. So he went on a trip and his son came with him. Good. Peyton, did you highlight something else? Make sure we're listening. Good. So Muscovy Company, which is who paid for his trip. So why is that important? Why did you highlight that? Because it's who paid for his trip. So if we go somewhere, or he's going somewhere, you don't just get to go for free, right? Okay? One more thing. Hagen, what did you highlight?
In 1607, Henry Hudson set sail for his first expedition.
Good. So that's a date because we know that on our note sheet later, that's something we have to know is when he went. Something else you might have highlighted is that he sailed up the coast of Greenland. So that kind of tells us his route that he went. Good. So I'm going to read again, and I'm going to start in 1608. So in 1608, Hudson set sail on his second expedition to find a northwest passage. This time he sailed toward Russia. Once again, he realized he was unable to pass through the ice. After 2 failed attempts to find a passage, the Muscovy Company no longer funded Hudson's expeditions. They had lost faith in him. However, he was able to find another ship that was financed by the Dutch East India Company. Although they asked Hudson to try again toward Russia, he had a different idea. He sailed toward North America. So in those two, what's something that was important that you might have highlighted? Killa.
Dutch East India Company.
Good. And why did you highlight that?
Because
What did they do for Henry Hudson?
finance.
They financed. They paid for his trip. Good. Cody, what's something you underlined?
He sailed to North America.
Good. So they wanted him to go towards Russia, but he instead went to North America, which where do we live at? North America. So he sailed kind of towards us, so towards where we were at. Cameron, what's something else you got?
In 1608, Hudson set sail on his second expedition.
Good. So this is his second expedition. So the second time, was he successful the second time? Nope. Was he successful the first time? Nope. So he's getting ready to sail again, so we'll have to see if he's successful. Eli, do you have something else?
Muscovy Company no longer funded.
Good. So that's important because then we know that now he has to look for somebody else to pay for his trip. Okay? Lily, you got something different?
After he failed 2 attempts to find the passage.
Good. So after 2 failed attempts, so now we know we've tried twice and he has not made it. Riley, do you have something different?
I highlighted sailed to Russia.
Good. So he was supposed to sail towards Russia, but did he? Did he go towards Russia? He went towards North America. Good. Has anyone had any words or anything that they don't know for sure what they mean? Riley, what you got?
The second sentence.
Okay, show it. Desired. So she's looking at the word desired. Can anyone explain to us what desired means? Alina, what's desired?
You really want
Yeah.
You really want a puppy.
Good. So I like desire chocolate. I really want chocolate. So desire means like you really want something. Good. Are there any other words so far that you got one, Ella? Finance, okay? Kelly, you talked about finance. What does finance mean? Good. So they funded or they paid for it. Good. Are there any other words so far? Allie, you got a word? No. Nope. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up. So we are at when arriving in North America. So is everybody there? Yeah. Okay. When arriving in North America, Hudson first landed in Maine and met Native Americans. Next, he traveled south and found a river. He explored the river that would later be named the Hudson River. So I'm going to have you look back here at this map. Back here at this map. So I'll wait for all 24 eyes. Thank you. So he landed in Maine, which Maine is kind of covered, but Maine's the very tip, so this is where he landed from. And he went south. So which way is south? Caleb, come show me which way south would be. Which way did he go? Which way did he travel?
Probably went
Which way does he go? Good. So south would be like this way. Good.
And the thing.
It's all right. It's okay. Thank you. So he traveled south, and he traveled to the Hudson River. So I went ahead and marked it before because I knew I wouldn't be able to find it that quickly. So here's about where the Hudson River is. He traveled through here, through this land, and then he found this body of water. which is the Great Lakes.
Yep.
And then up here is like Canada.
Yep.
And so I have a picture I'm going to show you. So he traveled up and over the land, and then up here is like the Hudson Bay. So I have a picture up here. Yes.
So if he traveled through on, how did he get a boat in Lake Erie or whatever?
Well, so he traveled on a river.
Yeah.
So if you're on
it
a
goes all the way through.
Yeah. So he traveled like the Hudson River all the way through here. Then he hit this large body of water and traveled up again.
I didn't know it was so big.
Yes. Would it be Canada? Yes. So I'm going to show you. I have a picture up here of the Hudson Bay that kind of shows you where he would have landed. So here is like this red dot. It's all right. It'll catch up with me. This is called the Hudson Bay. So like up, let me see. Right here is Maine. So this is where he started. He would have traveled south, hit the Hudson River, got over here, traveled up through some land, Hudson Bay. Does that make sense? So in the Hudson Bay, so this big area, this is kind of where his crew got tired. They put him in a ship, and then they would have sailed like out this way, back home. Okay? You have a question, Ava?
Where is the Hudson Bay?
It's at like the top of Canada. So this is Canada, right here, all of this land, and then it's in the middle of Canada, over to the side here. Riley, you got a question?
Do you write your name on this or no?
No, you don't have to. It's just for you. Good question. Aline.
So, he was in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean he could have not been heard of because he got washed up on the land?
Maybe. Like when they left him there, what happened to him?
Yeah.
He might have found land. I don't know if they left him with a lot of food and stuff, though. So they left him here. He could have hit land, but who knows what happened to him after that.
Yeah.
Eli, you got a question?
Been like a few years to travel all the way through and up. I don't because they had ships.
They had ships.
Take the sail.
Well, let's see. He started in 1610 is when he hit there. He left in 1610. So probably a few years. Yeah, I mean, it takes a long time on a ship, so probably a few years. Okay, any other questions right now? Okay, so we're going to be in the last paragraph that says when he returned home. Is everybody there? Okay, your eyes should be on your paper. Here we go. When he returned home, King James, so he hasn't been left yet, so I kind of jumped ahead. He hasn't been left yet. So when he returned home, King James I was angry that he sailed for another country. Because remember, instead of going to Russia, he went to North America. Okay? So he was angry, and they put him under arrest. However, in 1610, Hudson was allowed to sail once again, but this time for England. On this trip, he went farther into the river, but never found a way through to Asia. His crew began to starve, and he did not treat them fairly. The crew mutinied against Hudson, put him in a boat, and left him. Nobody knows what happened next. So in those last few paragraphs, what's something you might have highlighted? Ava? He did not treat them fairly. And why is that important?
Because they were like starving.
So they were starving, and because they were starving, what did they do? Nope, Ava. They were starving, he didn't treat them nice, so what happened? What did they do to him? Not quite. So his crew now is upset. They're not treating him fairly. Peyton, what did they do to him? So then they left him in the boat. He didn't treat them fairly, so because of that, they left him in a boat. Good. Mutinied? Mutinied? Yep. So, does anybody know what mutinied? Raise your hand. Did a few of you underline or highlight the word mutinied? Because you don't know what it means. So does anybody know what it means? Eli, what do you think it means?
Does it mean like left?
So it means like left. Okay, what do you think? Not quite. Say yours again. Protest. So they like went against him. So mutiny is like you go against or you like revolt against. Good. What else was highlighted or important information? Allie, what do you got? Okay.
Did they ever find his body?
I am not for sure. I am not for sure if they did. Maybe. There's a lot of options that could have happened. Maybe. Cody, you got something?
Probably tied him up.
Okay, listen. Cody.
He was allowed to sail to England.
Good. So he sailed again, and who paid for his trip that time?
King James.
Nope, not King James. Who was it?
No, the Dutch company.
Nope, it says Hudson was allowed to sail again, but this time for who?
England.
England. Good. Okay, so you got something else, Aline?
I have King James was angry.
Good. So he's mad, and what's he do? He puts him under jail because he didn't follow directions. Good. So are there any other questions or words you don't understand about this? Questions or words? Yes, Alina. Hey, 5th grade. Listen. Hold on a second, Alina. Okay, now go.
When it said it let us sail again, how many years was that before he got to sail? Like, how many years was he in the...
Well, if we kind of do some backtracking, in 1608 he went on an expedition. And then he went on another one after that, and then he got arrested.
He was in for 2 years.
So probably a couple years, year or so, he was in jail, and then they let him sail again. Okay, Ava, you got a question? Okay, so we are going to use this sheet now. There's some questions that we are going to answer. So, James, can I use your iPad?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to need your iPad, and I'm sure you all got the email because they said they were dinging in math class.
Yeah.
Airplane mirror. Okay, so go ahead and get your iPads out, 5th grade. I gotta turn mine off. Okay, so once you get your iPad up and going, you're gonna want to go to your Gmail app, and Maddie, I'm gonna have to help you. You're up, you're good. Okay. So your screen, there it is. Most of you have the Gmail app that looks like this one. This one right here. Okay, Maddie, you don't have it. We're going to work on it, but you're still signed in online, so you should be able to get to it. So I want you to go ahead and click on the Gmail app, and it's going to open up your emails. Okay, hold on. Alina, what's your question?
Oh, I found it.
Okay. Okay, hold on, 5th grade. I need you to stay with me. Okay, so you're all in Gmail. At the very top, you're going to have a symbol email that looks like this. And it says, hello, Opie 5th grade. You have received a shared web link. That's me. I sent it to you. Yes, Alina? Okay, give me. Okay, just hit OK. It should take you to the next screen. Okay, hit OK. Go to the next screen.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Just sign in. Yeah, I haven't signed in.
Okay, I'll have to sign you in. It's okay. Okay, if you're not signed in yet, I can help you in just a second. But you're going to have to give me a second to get everybody else started. Okay, who is not signed in? Oh. Yep, go ahead and click OK. Alina, did you get in okay? Okay. Allie, I'll be there in just 1 second, okay? Huh? You can just double click and swipe up. Yep, okay, here it is. Well, we might send emails or something, but okay, you're going to hit this one, and then it's 10 questions. If you need help with anything, let me know, okay? Okay, and what are you supposed to do when you're finished, Eli? What are you supposed to grab? Book. Yep, something out of that green basket over there. Okay, what's your question?
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Are you doing okay? Got it? Okay, perfect. So just go write that down. Yes?
I don't get it.
Okay, so the crew revolted and took control of the ship. If they revolted and took over their ship, which one of these are they gonna break a window on the ship? Yeah. Is it yell wildly and ran about? Okay, or is it tried to overthrow? Okay. What's up, Brady? Got a question?
It doesn't say anything about what the European
Okay, so let's look right up here. It says, like, they were in search of a quick route to Asia. He desired their riches and spices to be found in India. So which one of these has something to do with, like, Asia, or things that they have that we don't have, or... that doesn't have to do with Asia. There you go.
How many questions were there?
10. Okay, nice job, 5th grade. A lot of you are finishing up. That's great. Write down your score, and then go ahead and just grab something out of there. You might have to share a book with a friend, or... What's up?
What's that one?
Revolted.
Can I read,
Nope, can you just do something switch dice, please? Get it? Okay. Are you doing okay? Okay, after 2 failed explorations. Hey, 5th grade. I'm going to need you to do it quietly, because other people are still finishing their questions. So they were quiet for you, so quiet for them. Hey, guys. Cody and Gavin. Can you do it quietly, please? Okay. So 2 explorations. So here's his first one. Here's his second one. So here's his third one. So who funded it? However, another ship was financed by who? Good. Good. Hey, did you finish okay? Did you have any questions over it? Okay, perfect. What's up, Kayla? Can I get you with you in just 1 second because she's doing some questions? Yep, they're for you to keep.
Something happened. Where did I put them? No, you're not keeping the highlighter. Miss Peterson, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Miss Peterson, can I keep the highlighters?
Your highlighters can go into the mason jar. Okay, and then I have a couple people still doing questions, so if you could just wait quietly. We're finishing up. I'm going to help Riley get back in there. It's sometimes, yeah, technology is great, huh? Let's see. Should just be this one. Yes. What questions did you already have answered? That one's 4. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's look at this one. Hey, Hagen, can you turn? Hagen, that's really great, but can you share with them later how to do that? And can you get something like social studies related? Okay, let's see. So it says right here, he wanted a quick route to Asia. He desired the riches and spices to be found in India. So which one of these has to do with like doing things with Asia that's like things that we don't have? Not fishing, I don't think so. Does it have anything to do with the world being round? No, so which one would it be? Yeah, perfect. There you go. Okay, 5th grade, I need you to, yes.
What if I start reading?
Wait, when we're done? It's alright, you can finish later. Okay, 5th grade,
So
nope.
where am I supposed to put it?
Whatever you have, Kale, will have to be due for this time. What?
Where am I supposed to put it?
When you're finished, back in the box.
No, where am I supposed to put it?
I know. Hey guys, Kale, have a seat. Have a seat. What are you doing, Allie? Okay, not right now. 5th grade, I know you're getting kind of antsy. We have a couple people to finish up, and then we're going to move on, okay? So you're doing really good. I appreciate you sitting here so patiently. And just keep doing it quietly, and we'll go into our next explorer once we're finished. Okay, just so you know, 5th grade, I'm going to send you a link. So all of your iPads are going to ding, but it's fine. Hey, Cody, can you find something to do, please? Thanks. Caleb, how about you? Can you find something to do? Thanks. Nope, those are just for you. They're a time filler in case you get finished early. And that is all. Yeah. Yes, but if you cannot show Addison W, that would be fantastic for me. So can you share with somebody else? Like, you can share with her, but are you going to read and be quiet, or are you going to, okay, then do so quietly. Okay, Allie. Thank you. I appreciate you trying to help her, but she's got to do it on her own. Okay, do I have anybody still working? Okay, that's fine. You've got time. Okay, do you need help with any of it? No. Okay, that's an email I saved. It's okay. It's fine. No, don't read it yet. Okay. And this sentence, what does... Oh, you don't need help? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Caleb, I need you to wait quietly. Thank you. Are you doing okay? Can you help with anything? Okay. Okay. Yeah, quickly. Okay, thanks, 5th grade. I think you're just going to have to hang out a few more minutes. They're on like their last questions, so. No, just that. So these ones aren't going to be in here, so you're just trying to figure out what the word is. So, in this container, is revolted going to mean did they break a window on the ship? Okay. Did they yell loudly and run about, or did they try to overthrow their leader? Okay. So this word is routes. So in the early 1600s, the Europeans were looking for routes to India and Asia. So is a route a way to travel from one place to another? Okay. And then you hit score questions. Yep. And then just write down your score. How you doing? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Can you go write down your score for me? Ava, just write down your score and then sit back down. Okay, 5th grade. If you have a book of mine that goes in the tub or a word search or anything like that, go ahead and return the books back, and then you can keep the word searches for later. But all you need on your desk is your iPad and your headphones. Okay, if you don't have headphones, it's all right. So you just need your iPads and your headphones. It's all right, Allie. It might be mine. Is it mine? Nope, not mine. Those passages are yours to keep. Okay, Kella, can you go ahead and put that away for me? Huh? Quickly. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone's desk to look like Cody's, and to look like Lily's, and to look like Cameron's, to look like Addie B's. If you have a highlighter, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, yeah, I think most of you returned them. Go ahead and just stick them in this jar. Thank you. That's it. Not right now. Okay, 5th grade. We still got some more to do, so I need you to focus back up. Focus back up. Okay, Caleb, go ahead and have a seat for me, please. Thank you. Okay, I need your eyes on me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, so Henry Hudson, what are some things that he accomplished? What did he do? James. Hold on, Addie B. I need you to focus up with us. What did he do? What's something that got named after him? What did he find that?
He found a lot of bodies of water.
Okay, what's one of them? What's one of them that's named after him?
Hudson Bay.
Good, the Hudson Bay. What's another one? Peyton. Hey, Allie, go ahead and put your highlighter up and have a seat for me. What'd you say, Caleb? Peyton? Good, the Hudson River, okay? Did he ever find his route to Asia that he was looking for?
No.
No, he did not. Who paid for his trip? Who paid? Somebody, there's 2 of them. Who paid for one?
It was like the Dutch.
Can you pull that down for me? The Dutch India Company, good. And what's the other one, Eli? Good, the Muscovy Company, good. So he did not find what he was looking for, but he found other things. So we are going to kind of do the same thing that we just did. We're going to read a passage and answer some questions. But instead of me doing it this time, I've sent you the link, and you're going to, someone's going to read it to you online, and then you're going to answer the questions on your own, okay? So I'm actually going to stop this because